Hi, welcome back to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, talking with experience. Just uploaded the video that I just did about the amount of money that churches take in every year, particularly here in the US. And you'd be surprised. But obviously, they don't want me doing videos like this, showing you guys the truth, because they're about lies and deceptions. They're about manipulating you, right? And so they will use threat of being using chemical attacks, like chemical sprays and stuff like that. So I have a bottle of rubbing alcohol that I have, and I was spraying it on my arm. Um, they as soon as I picked it up, they started using the car horn. As soon as I started spraying, they used the car horn. And again, the reason why, because I've shown you guys in my videos when I'm going home, if I'm walking in the street sometimes, all of a sudden I start coughing, like coughing because of, I always feel something in my, like a chemical, whatever, like either fine particles, in my throat. Um, so this is, these sort of threats that they'll do, right? This is the sort of threat that they will that that they will do. These sort of similar messages, and then it was a little bit earlier watching a video. It was talking about memory, and of course, whenever the word memories is being said, the New York Predator Department will start using a sirens, right? Particularly if my memory starts to get better, right? And not to say it gets better in the sense of getting better, but when I remember certain things, it's like I'm not supposed to remember anything, right? So when I remember certain things, they will start using these sirens. All right. Now, mind you, okay, I'm microchip. They know that when I read a book or an article, hold on a second. Right? So they understand the damage that they've done. They understand that the damage to my cognitive ability, my memories, my emotions, in trying to manipulate my emotions to where to try to get me to become very angry or to feel nothing at all, right? Like I'm some emotionless automaton. This is what they're doing within the society also. When I talk about my targeting, I always look at the broader society and see what's going on and see how people are behaving, particularly my people, black people, right? The lack of self love and love for each other, the hypersexualization, particularly of our women, the idea that a woman feel that they deserve the top tier men. Doesn't matter how they look, what size they're. It doesn't matter how damaged they are, right? It doesn't matter how physically damaged they are, mentally damaged they are. The obesity, have a high obesity rate, but they all want that same type of man. And if they don't get that same type of man, they will settle for just sleeping with him, right? Even if he's married, right? Even if he has a woman, right? This is the toxic femininity bullshit. And so when I and others speak about this, they're trying to say, well, we hate women. No, we love our women. That's why we speak about these things, because we're hoping that our woman will eventually wake up from the cognitive warfare. Because it has been done to us. It has been done to us black men first. We are and still remain the primary target, right? But within the past decade and a half, they have shifted some of those same tactics to black women. All right. So they don't like the fact that, again, because the churches manipulate our women. And that's why when I talk about the churches and I said, we have to hold these churches accountable, they don't like that. Because you see, they will try to hold you accountable for the shit that they do. And they don't even want to be held accountable for the shit that they do. Like I talk about the predator department across America, the police department. They're never held responsible for the shit that they do. Even when, the officers get found guilty, even when they pay millions of dollars in lawsuits, they still accept no accountability. And I'm not just saying that. Go look at all the lawsuits that have been filed against police departments and police officers. You will see that in those lawsuits, right? Whether you can find get the actual documents, or if you read it in the news, they never accept any accountability and any responsibility. And as I said the word in the news, they started using the horn. I heard it, those sort of threats. Well, I said bring it. Because like I said, keep saying, my purpose is greater than yours. Greater, far greater. Okay? Far greater. And wider. Because I'm about speaking the truth. They're about lies, manipulation, deception. They're about trying to control people, manipulating people, particularly us as black people. I was brushing my teeth, and I had this image of me in a uniform. That was talking about how they want to start. Not they wanted, but they're starting a race war. Right? This is the white supremacists, and so I was brushing my teeth, and I had an image of myself in a uniform. It's kind of like, it wasn't like a regular military uniform, but as soon as that image flashed into my mind, the New York Predators Department started using their sirens. Okay, so trying to silence those who are within the civilian space, who are, may have a militaristic mindset, a self-defense mindset. And remember, the Constitution, you have a right to form a public militia, particularly if the government has turned to tyranny. All right? If you know anything about American history, okay, which again, most Americans don't even know about their damn history, right? But you have a right as an American citizen to form a public militia. And I'm not talking about the National Guard. See, that's the bullshit that they want to because the National Guard is still part of the standing army, or the standing military, as they would call it back then. But you, the public, you have a right to form a militia to overthrow a government that has devolved into tyranny, into lies, manipulation. You have that right. Don't let them make you believe that you don't have that right. You absolutely have that right. Okay? Go and learn about your history. Go and learn about the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. All right? Understand that. All right? Now, not me teaching you guys American history. Anyhow, talk to you guys in the next video.